Okay.
Doo-doo-doo! Welcome to the Mayday Podcast.
Mayday, Mayday. That's, welcome to the Mayday Podcast. I am Nicholas Margelos, and with me is my very, lovable, wonderful brother, Steven. Steve, it's your birthday today.
No, it's not.
Which means that it's May 2nd, and that means that this is the second episode of Mayday's podcast. So please, everyone, find Steve on Twitter, wish him a happy birthday.
Everybody just get on their feet and let's dance for this great new band.
Okay, yeah, dance for the great new band, whatever that means. But, so, welcome back to the podcast. We're doing it again. We've learned from our mistakes. We're ready to make it better. We're ready to start anew.
We're ready to make the same mistakes, maybe again.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We do have our email set up now. Steve, do you want to let our listeners know?
So it is StephenMaynut@gmail.com. You can listen to our banter before to figure out why that one came about. You can just email us about things that you want to talk about, special days, your birthday, topics. We're really open for anything. If you guys just want to talk to us, we'll be down. We'll set something up, whatever you want. Yeah, just email us and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's great. It's just a way to talk with our huge fan base. So we, if you haven't listened to this podcast before, we are a podcast of two brothers that love the month of May. And we're all about the month of May, and we're here to talk about the month of May and the history of the days that are inside the month of May. So both of us, we'll just talk about some of our favorite things. Like, for example, I would love to talk about how today is May 2nd, and it's National Asthma Awareness Day.
Okay.
Right, and so, it's actually National Asthma Awareness Month, but the specific day is actually May 2nd. And so, right now, I just want to take a quick public service announcement. Just for anyone who might have asthma, I'm going to look at some of the symptoms here. And for any of our listeners who may not know if they have asthma, if any of these things sound like they are something that you do, maybe see if you have asthma. So, I looked up it online. It said,
I think I might have asthma.
It says coughing. Do you cough? Is that something you do?
Yeah, I cough sometimes.
Okay. Do you cough especially at night?
Right before I go to bed, I like to get a couple of good coughs in.
Okay. Do you ever get, shortness of breath, or, does your chest ever tighten up?
Yeah, after running.
It doesn't say that, but I guess that could be part of it. So you might have asthma, Steve.
Yeah, I think everyone kind of does.
Wow. That's kind of a huge revelation that we just sort of exposed on the podcast here.
Yeah, everyone has asthma.
Wow. So, Steve, do you have any? What are some of your favorite? What are some of your favorite things about the month of May?
Not a lot. I really dislike May. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I was just.
That was a good one.
Anyway, so yeah, May's just the best. Love the month of May. Gotcha. Dude, wrecked. I really liked, specifically May 2nd, was the announcement of the end of selective availability. Bill Clinton signed, the discontinued form for the law.
That's one of your favorite things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite.
I see, because I've heard you talk about that before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of almost knew this one was coming, but keep going.
What have I said about it?
Oh, well, obviously, selective with Clinton, and there was that whole argument between the Clintons about should they not. It was a very Ross and Rachel situation. But yeah, no, you continue, because I know that this is something, I don't want to impede on your territory. You love telling this story, so why don't you just go ahead and tell it?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm super into selective availability. In case people who don't know, it's about GPSs, and it opened up a lot of the military research in GPSs and open it up to the public, where like the actual GPS research started in like 1974, so about 25 years before Clinton decided to appeal the Selective Availability Act, which happened in 2000. So naturally it just made GPS for the public a lot more precise. It was being researched by private parties and like companies, and they were at like 300 feet worth of like accuracy, but nothing close to what the military had at the time. So basically it just allowed the general public to benefit from GPS,
Right.
and it's the reason that none of us know where we're going today.
Right. And this is why no one cares about streets anymore.
Yeah.
And I hate streets. That's why
Yeah,
I love
you
the
don't
month
like
of
them?
I love the month of May.
Yeah.
Because I've always hated streets, and I've been like, how do I get rid of these streets? And you know who came through? The month of May.
May did it.
Exactly.
May hooked it up. He destroyed all the streets.
You know what's something we didn't talk about in the first episode? It's that there's that meme of Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
And so I think it's whatever he was part of. He's part of like the Backstreet Boys or something. Was that what he was part of? Yeah, he was part of the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
And they have that song, and then he says like it's gonna be May. And so I think people
Me?
May. It's gonna be me. But it sounds like May.
So he's like singing it on April 30th?
Exactly. That's what the meme is. We didn't talk about that. I just feel like maybe we should at least acknowledge it.
Oh, we should acknowledge memes?
That they exist. Yeah, now, do you call them memes or memes?
Memes. Yeah, memes. So...
Yeah, but we all know there's no question that it's GIFs, right?
Well...
It's GIFs. But memes or memes, I don't know about that one.
Okay. Sure, fine. I can agree with you on gifts. That's fine. I mean, I won't argue about it. But, like, I'd definitely say that it's probably a GIF. Yeah, sorry.
One of the other things that I'd like to talk about is I feel like we missed so much of the overview on the month of May last episode. Like, there were things like just quick facts that I want to name off. Like, the birthstone is an emerald.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like, your birthstone. Like, you were born in the month of May.
Yeah.
Thanks for coughing.
I got a thing in my throat. I had a cough.
So, like, your birthday is on the month of May.
Yes.
And your birthstone is an emerald.
Ooh.
And then, like...
What emerald? Is it like a jewel? Like
just the emerald.
Oh, like the green one?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if is it actually green?
I don't know.
Emeralds?
I feel like that's like a video game stereotype of emeralds.
Because I just see them always as green.
Yeah, me too. Anyway,
So
there's also...
We're both not jewelry experts. We're working on it, though. We're trying to get out of that janitorial biz and get into the jewelry business.
It's a good callback to our first episode. Very good. Very good. There's also the talk of where May got its name. And, of course, it's the Greek goddess. Her name's Maia. So I believe it's like Maya. Maya.
Sure. That sounds good. We're both, yeah.
Well, yeah, we're both Greek, so whatever we say sort of goes.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah. So she was the Greek goddess of fraternity. Mm-hmm. Or fertility. Not fraternities.
Fraternities, yeah.
Well, she was also the Greek... I mean, she was the Greek goddess of fraternities.
Yeah, because all the fraternity boys wanted to fuck her.
Okay, that's... Oh, my God.
That's what really it came down to.
It did.
All the frat guys were like, oh my god, this goddess is the best, dude.
Yeah. And so because of that, because she was constantly having sex, she then switched from fraternity to fertility. She was constantly having babies.
Mm-hmm. And screwing over all the frat boys.
Yeah, who were like, I'm not ready to be a father yet. I don't want the responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, hey, man, you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, you fall asleep inside of me, I take all your babies.
Yeah, if you're just going to snooze and not
pull out
properly. Quickly enough.
Yeah, then you lost.
This is good. But I think that's interesting. I think that it's interesting that she's the goddess of fertility, because I think that spring in the month of May often coincide with
like May
new birth.
Yeah, it's the blooming of flowers.
Right.
And like those are nature's babies.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that May sort of has that.
Yeah. And like so God's semen is like the rain, and he semens all over the plants.
So he's yanking it all of April. Wow, this took a really dark turn, this podcast.
Wow, I can't believe God jizzes all over us. Wow, that's so inconsiderate of him. I can't believe it. Like, I don't do that to you. And you don't worship me. So maybe I should start, and maybe you'll worship me. I can't believe it, he's doing it again! Yes! Giving you life. Maybe not. Alright.
I wanted to let you dwell in that moment.
Until I felt like a dick?
Yeah.
Okay. We can talk about how it's National Teachers Week. If you want.
I would love to know about that.
I know nothing about it. I just know it's the week that we celebrate teachers who, like, I'm not a huge, like, real fan of teachers. I think that they're important, but I don't know. They have too much leeway, and if they can be, useful to me or not. And I feel like a lot is riding on them as teachers.
Yeah.
And that's, like, unfair. I don't know. I'm not a teacher fan, although I don't really have a solution to them. I do think that they're the best things that we got right now. But I don't think that they're the best. I don't think they're the best.
Well, yeah. It's our education system in general is sort of flawed.
Okay, yeah.
The way that we started the education system so many years ago was during the industrial era, when everything was science, math, and learning how to build things and how to get a huge, thriving industrial business going. But now we're sort of at a different stage where we have these technologies and stuff like that where we're looking almost towards the future. You know what I mean? And a lot of what we need to sort of focus on is creativity and thinking of new ideas and inventions, and how do we keep going further, you know what I mean? Because we have now machines that do everything that we did back 50 years ago. Like there's no need for some of the same education system that we had 50 years ago, because the entire world has changed in those 50 years.
Now we need thinkers instead of blinkers.
And that's one of the bumper stickers that are going to be coming on our website. You can buy them. We need more
thinkers instead of blinkers.
We need more thinkers instead of blinkers.
The goblins and googles of things.
If you're wondering where the website is, you can feel free to email us at Stephen Maynut,
and we'll let you know. If you email us, we'll let you know where the website is.
Correct. So that was teachers. What do you have any teachers that you do like? What have been the good experiences with teachers for you?
I think one of my favorite teachers was this guy that didn't answer any questions. He answered 0 questions, and when anybody asked him, I won't name names because I feel like that's mean. But when anybody asked him a question, he'd just go, "Domination, you got it, child's play," and then he'd sit back down at his desk.
What does that mean?
Absolutely nothing. He would just crack jokes that he thought were hilarious, and everyone would be like, "But I don't."
What was he teaching?
He taught biology.
That's rough.
And people would ask questions, and they'd be like, I don't understand. And he'd be like, "Child's play, you guys got this. I'm going to sprinkle some good luck on you." And he'd move his thumb and index finger over his head and just be like, "You
Yeah,
guys got
you've
this."
been doing that for the last 5 minutes, and I was wondering why you were moving your thumb.
That's what he'd always do. He'd always do that.
Okay.
And he'd just be like, "Oh yeah, Child's Play."
So then, did you like him because of how
hilarious the class was? So I laugh every day.
All right. Well, I guess. What was the teacher that you learned the most from then?
Probably him. Yeah, for sure.
Because he kind of made you do it on your own.
Yeah, realize that life's a child's play. It's easy.
And then, of course, you hung on to that magical dust.
Yeah, I hung on, and I sprinkle it whenever I feel someone struggling. Domination.
Child's play.
We can dominate our country. I think if anybody's been a big role model, Hitler for sure has taught me that we could dominate and just do really well. And that's sort of if you're able to seize the power.
Okay, Steve.
Seize it. Get it going, get it good.
Seize the day.
Yeah, carpe diem. Right? That's the thing. The Latin, right? Or is that wrong? Is that a lie?
So do you have any other things for the month of May? Or on May 2nd?
Today was pretty good. Yeah, my chemistry teachers, pretty chill. Went over lipids in class today. It was pretty cool.
Great.
What about you?
What did I actually do on this day?
You got anything to say? You want
All I've done so far is mow the lawn. That was it. Mow the lawn. We have a lot of weeds in our yard. We have, I think, one of the worst yards.
Oh, the
in
worst.
The block. Yeah.
The worst. Yeah.
No one really cares about the lawn.
Nobody cares, and everyone's angry. In our household, everyone's angry about it.
Really?
For me, yeah. Everyone's like, "What? Why isn't it done yet? Why hasn't somebody done it?" And you're and everyone's like, "Who's gonna do it? Who's doing the lawn?" And everyone's mad that it's not done.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
And the proper tools aren't given to me.
Right. No, yeah, we don't have any sort of fertilizer or weed removing anything.
And I don't care about the lawn, so why would I go and buy fertilizer for
You did work at Ace. You worked at Ace.
I don't care about. Yeah, but I don't care.
Yeah. Well, so it's your birthday, Steve.
No, it's not.
Anything special you want to do for your birthday?
It's not my birthday. It's not.
It is.
Nope.
So there's nothing you want to do for your... Let's say when your birthday does come. What do you want to do for your birthday?
Nothing. I would like it to not be my birthday.
Nice. That's kind of how I feel about birthdays, too.
I'd like it to stop being my birthday and to continue to press forward in the journey that we call life.
And that's going to do it for today's episode of Mayday's podcast. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Steven.
See you later.
You want me to restart recording again?
Yeah.
We just signed off.
So thanks for starting the recording again.
So you want us to... All right.
I just wanted to say
hey, we're back, Steven.
Hey guys, it was a trick. Actually, I'm Steven.
Still wanted...
I'm Steven, and he's Nick. But I don't know if, you guys could really tell who was talking. I think I was listening to the podcast earlier, our episode 1, May 1st, and I cannot tell the difference between when you talk and when I talk. So,
really?
I have difficulty. Can you?
I know the difference between our two voices.
I know the difference between what we'd say, but I don't really know the differences between our voices, and sometimes it sounds like we're doing the exact same thing.
That's interesting. So listeners, if you think that we have the same voice, I mean, we are brothers.
Yeah.
But if you think we have the same voice, feel free to email us.
And we'll change it.
And we'll change our voices. So is that what you wanted me to start the podcast again for? Just to let people know that we did a dumb joke? Well, you did a dumb joke and just exited off yourself as Nicholas.
Yeah, I felt like that may have been missed.
So you thought people might have been confused by that?
Yeah, and I wanted to explain why I did it.
Okay. Anything else that you want to talk about before the day's up?
I think that, it's really important to be, positive in your life and move forward always. And with that, I'm Nick.
And I'm Steven.
I'll see you guys later.